Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, sorry guys that I didn't post over the weekend. Not gonna make any real excuses. I will explain that yesterday was Mother's Day, and that's the reason I didn't post yesterday. Too much going on. Um, Saturday, I have no reason. I just failed to post. That's it. Um, Today I've got a day of work. It is Monday. My hair looks crazy again. Oh well, it'll be what it'll be. Someday I'll be able to control it again. Um, let's see. What's the word of the day? Oh yes, it's very early, so this could have been Sunday's word of the day. We'll see. It doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. That's what happens when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Paragon. Hmm, that's a good word. Paragon. Paragon is a formal word that refers to a person or thing that is perfect or excellent in some way and should be considered a model or example to be copied. In Arthurian legend, Sir Galahad is depicted as a paragon of virtue. Nobody's perfect. He ended up lusting after his best friend's wife. But, yes, he was very careful not to act on that. I apologize. So my husband and I were talking yesterday, and this is my thought for the day. And yes, it does have to do with politics. Okay, enough with the face, Susan. I and my husband are both in the middle. We're center. Okay. We have some ideals that would be considered liberal and some ideas that would be considered conservative. 73 million people did not vote in the last election. 73 million people felt that their vote didn't matter. 73 million could have turned the tides one way or another. Every vote matters. I don't care if you write in your dog's name, your own name. You have the right to do that. If you don't like the candidates that are there, write something else in. What would have happened if 73 million people had written the same name and it wasn't either of the candidates? Why do we only have a two-candidate system? It would be cool if we wrote into it somewhere that, hey, once your votes get to this point, the lowest person needs to assign his votes to someone else. What a turning point that would be. And when people vote, wow, I hadn't thought about that. That is another good option. If we were to have three candidates and the lowest one's votes were assigned to somebody else, what if when you voted you had, this is who I want first, this is who I want second, and whoever had the highest of the second votes, that wasn't the person that had the lowest popular vote, they would get all the votes. So it would still be the voters that would make the determination because they would have voted for their second choice. Hmm. That is a thought. The biggest thought is the biggest thing about this is we need to get those 73 million people voting. That's an outbit when I feel like it's dripping out. Anyway, 73 million votes makes a huge difference. One vote not cast makes a difference. Because if one person votes and then their friend doesn't, or if one person doesn't vote and then their friend doesn't vote and then two of that, yeah, it just spirals. And I know not everybody's happy with our political system, so let's get a change, term limits, things like that. But they have to come to a vote. It has to come to a vote. Our voting system is not rigged. They're working on it, getting it rigged. But it is very difficult for anybody to try and cast an illegal vote. It really is. Whether it's an alien or not. Every time I say that word, I think of little green men from space. But anyway, that's it. That's my thought for the day. Love you all. Bye bye.